ambassador, Eric Dickerson, had to show up today, and he brought Mini ED again.
Most definitely.
So he definitely had to be here after the Rams had that win over the Cowboys.
Time out. I want to know what all this stuff is.
Well, look, first of all, I just got to say, you know, we're going to New Orleans. I can't pass. Hey, you know, the Saints go watch.
You got them on,
See,
too.
and I brought you. Look, yours are different from everyone else.
You got Cowboys.
I do not accept. I refuse because I'm on to you. I have figured you out.
Come on, Skip.
These are voodoo beads, and they are not going back to my house because I had a revelation last night.
I saw it.
I realized what happened. I accepted the gift that you gave me of the Jinx jersey, the Cowboy throwback #4 Dak jersey, and so I had to post something on Instagram this morning in which I got rid of it. Could we see it right now? Because I will never be fooled again
Yes, I
by
saw
Eric
it.
Dickerson.
Please, can we see it?
See, that's my good jersey. That's my jersey.
Okay. Safe.
Store-bought. Kiss it. Yeah, that's my second one, my blue jersey. I love that jersey. I kiss that one and keep it. And here it is. Here's the Jinx jersey that hung in my closet on Saturday night with the stars on the on the shoulders. It is gone.
That's the
I know it's a throwback. He gave it to me.
You told me you loved it.
I let it hang in my closet on Saturday night, and I lost because of
You
it.
should have put it on.
Thank you.
You normally
Maybe
would
that
tell
was
me.
it. Maybe that was
I'm
it.
serious. That is in the trash. You
Okay.
got me, and you got me with little Chucky Dickerson. That's who it is. It's Chucky. Look at this. This is the creepiest thing. Look at those eyes.
Look at him again. Turn to look at
Yeah,
him.
look at this thing.
Let me tell you something, Skip. First,
Who made this for you? Some witch doctor?
this comes from one of my sponsors.
What happened Saturday, Eric?
What happened on Saturday? Well, first of all, I got to say this here. After I left with him the other day,
Yeah,
you know, he talks. He only talks to me.
I
I almost got into a fight in the car with him because
How you let Skip touch me like that? Why you let him touch me? He said he ain't gonna beat us.
I'm like, come on, dog, settle down a little bit. So I mean, really, we had to fight. So look, let me tell you what happened in that football game. I told you, don't let 21 beat us. Don't let it. Put the game in Dak's. You know, I like Dak. I do like Dak. I don't like Dak against the Rams. I like this. Everybody else against the Rams. Dak had a nice game, too.
He did.
He did. He had a really good game. But when you can't stop the run, you're going to win the football game. That's what it comes down to.
I have a question for the two Hall of Famers. Did either of you on Friday predict that the L.A. Rams would run wild on the Dallas Cowboys? I didn't hear a word about that from either of you two.
I didn't think they'd run for, but I thought they could get 100 yards between the two of them.
100?
I didn't think no two. That's
Did not say run the football. That's the key to the game. Run the foot. Look, you don't foresee 273. I didn't foresee 248 when I put it on him. But
270.
But the number's there.
What is with the Rams and y'all defense and rushing the ball, Skip?
We played a Cowboy.
That was Tom Landry's defense. That was a long time
That's
ago.
still your team,
But
though.
help me out. Where did C.J. Dickerson come from? Where did he come from? Seriously.
That was the best pickup
in the history of football.
The best pickup. You know what C.J. Anderson gives? He gives us that guy inside that no one wants to tackle late in the game. You saw they didn't want to hit him?
No.
You know, they were all like, man, come on, man, y'all get him up there. Get him back
He's
there.
Jerome Bettis. He looks fat to me, but he runs hard.
He runs
low
hard,
and hard.
He a
Punishes.
One cut downhill run. That's it.
He's not you. I mean, he's not like that. He is bowling ball.
My day is over with. I said this and I keep saying it. It sounds like a repeat. Don't let 21 be. If we took the ball out of his hands, and we did, you know, you just shut him down and you put the ball in Dak's hands. You know, he made some great throws. I got to give him credit. He threw one that should have been a pick. What's his name? Echabon? The 50? Ebukam. Hit him right in the hands.
He got fooled by zone blitz.
But hey,
it happens.
That's football. That's football.
Yep.
And you know what else happened? 273. That's all I got to say.
273. Let me remind everybody. My defense just 1 week earlier on Saturday night faced the #1 rushing attack in all of pro football, Seattle's, and held it to 73 total yards after holding it to 22 yards in the first half. Just took it away. My defense against Drew Brees with Kamara and Ingram at Jerry World. Remember this? Late November on a Thursday night. just shut down what at that point was one of the top rushing attacks, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Held it to 65 total rush yards in a 13-10 win. So don't tell me my defense doesn't have the talent or the ability. It wasn't about that. It's about desire. It's about want to. It's about motivation. My coaches lit no fire under my defense while Wade Phillips really lit one under yours, because all they heard all week was you have allowed a league worst 5.1 yards per carry. Am I right about that?
That's very much true.
That's a fact. That's a stat. I'm not exaggerating. I don't know how it happened, but that's what happened through 16 regular season games. And all of a sudden, those two studs in the middle said, you know what? We're done with this. We're tired of this. They came out and they just wanted the line of scrimmage worse than my offensive line did, and my defensive line did not want the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it got owned by your offensive line, which must be way better than I thought it was.
You know what happened? You know when you guys lost this game? You went to Indy. Coach used to always tell us, son, don't put bad things on tape.
Well, that was 100. That was 178 rush yards.
Okay.
They did not care. They didn't show up, and I don't think they showed up for this game.
And what that showed the rest, because normally if you watch a team and you're like, hold on, that was the #1 rushing team. They shut them down. Logic says we need to throw the ball because we can't run. But Sean McVay said, bull jive.
Okay, he did, and I got to give him credit for that, because when you're the boy genius, you're the boy wonder. Your temptation is like in the big shootout game with Kansas City.
Yep.
Just keep throwing it, throwing it. And for once, he said, you know what? I can't do it. I can't. My ego can't supersede what's the reality of this game. And the reality is I got two running backs who are really good, because C.J. Anderson was running hot against Arizona and San Francisco in your last two games.
Yes,
but think about where he came from, Skip. He got cut by the Broncos. He was the Carolina picked him up. Then they deactivated him. Then they released him.
They cut him.
The Raiders signed him, and then he let him take him to practice, get on the practice.
He was there for 5 days. And John Gruden won another playoff game, right?
Executive of the year.
But in certain offenses, certain guys fit, and he fits in this offense. Because, he doesn't have to be the guy.
Nope.
The main guy there is Todd Gurley. But right now, it's C.J. Anderson, because he looks that good. And another thing is that
he got the most
waiting for you. He said he was waiting for you, Skip.
Who's waiting for
him? He was waiting for you.
Where?
Right there. My little man here was
That guy's
waiting.
creepy. I got to tell you.
CJ,
that's a voodoo dog.
CJ coming from the Broncos, he's one cut, he's downhill. He's nothing fancy.
Nope.
He's not going to be doing all this juking, but
And remember the debacle at Denver, game 2 last year?
Yeah.
Remember when the Cowboys went to Denver?
Oh, he put 100 on you?
It was 118, I think. So again, your coach could look at that tape and say, well, he was killing them then. It's a little different defense with two different linebackers in there.
And he had a big, in that Super Bowl run, Skip, he played really, really well. People forget that, how well he played.
So why would Denver cut him? I don't get that. They just given him a big deal.
Well, money. They like Lindsey. They want Freeman.
Money.
And Skip, you look at it, he's never going to win the workout Olympics. He's never going to say, CJ, take your shirt off. And you say, boy, that joke I have done. If that's what if you want a guy that's toe up, he's not for you. But if you want a guy that hey, CJ, that's going to be one of those games. You're going to get 20 carries. It's going to probably be a hard 75, 80 yards. Okay. That's your guy.
And you're going to wet it, and you're going to wet it.
So, again.
You're right, Skip. I want to say one thing. You're right when you said that sometimes the coaches, the geniuses, they want to overthink it. They really do. Like when we lost to the Eagles, and we lost to, God, who else we lose to?
Saints.
To the Saints. We lost to the Saints. I said, we need to run the football. The Bears. Yeah. You don't go down to Chicago and throw the football 44 times. You run the football.
You do.
I kept saying all week this week, and I think Sean must have heard me. Run the football. Run it. C.J. Anderson, that is our secret weapon. Y'all saw it. I know this week, I know the Saints, we're not going to let that happen to us.
They will say that. And I think they won't let that happen. I think you're going to have to throw the football to win at New Orleans.
Ooh, we can do that.
So, back to what happened on Saturday night. Okay. Despite 273 rush yards, despite my quarterback not having much of Cole Beasley or much of Blake Jarwin. So, he's down to 2 receivers. He's got Amari and he's got Gallup. And that's about it. And he hung in and hung on and made play after little play after big play after little play and kept them afloat. And they did win the second half 15-10. So you got to give them, it looked like it had disaster. It looked like it had blowout written all over it, right? But what happened in the second half? He gets it to 8, and then he got it to 8 again because he just kept fighting. He will fight you to the finish. But there are 2 key turning point moments that I'm hanging on Jason Garrett. And he's probably going to be back because he announced today that Scott Linehan is going to be back. Yep. I don't like either one of them. I was disappointed in the whole coaching staff. But explain this one to me. So it's an 8-point game at the end of the 3rd quarter. And Dak hits another 3rd down pass that comes up a half-yard short. So it's 4th and 1, and there's a quarter break. So the whole coaching staff can confer on this one. It's not just on Linehan. Jason Garrett, a former coordinator, former professional quarterback, backing up Troy Aikman, has time to input into this decision. And the decision they come up with, let's run Zeke straight up the gut. Middle. He's gone nowhere fast the whole game. I don't know if his footing was bad. You pointed out that, what's his name, just stuck him.
Dante Fowler.
Stuck it.
Just
no, that first run,
no,
nailed in the first quarter.
Oh, he stuck him. He stuck him.
He did. And you could be right about that.
It's interesting.
Okay, so now we get to this is the crucial point because this is at your 35-yard line. He is on the move. He just completed 3 straight passes. So here we go. What do they call the most pathetically predictable run straight up the middle? And think about what it is. There's a rookie left guard. There's a backup center. There's no Travis Frederick. And the right guard, who is a former Pro Bowler, needs knee surgery. And he shouldn't have been playing to this point. And watch, he'll have knee surgery in the next week or so. And you run him straight in to the biggest 2 rocks in pro football, the 2 pillars, the 2 cornerstones in Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh. The 2 most immovable objects in all of pro football are sitting right there. And not only does it get blown up, but Looney, the center, gets knocked back off the ball so hard, he makes the tackle on Zeke. He hits him right in the face, and Zeke falls backward. Okay? Why don't you let Ford do something? Why don't you fake it and let him run the read option or bootleg or a little rollout pass? What did Sean McVay call on the crucial play? Now I get to the next play. It's 3rd and 7 at your 28-yard line late in the game, and Dak is going to get the ball back again. This is the game. And I'm not betting against Dak Prescott if he gets the ball back there because it's down 8. We just seen him convert a 2-point conversion. And these 2 guys are a little queasy. They're just a little like, uh-oh, we don't want